What's up everyone? For today's video, we will learn about the different types of sampling distributions. With that, let's ask, how can we take a sample from a population? Well, by definition, sampling refers to the act of taking a sample from a predetermined population, wherein a sample is a representative of the entire population that is being studied. These processes can be categorized into either probability or non-probability sampling, wherein all subjects in a set have a chance to be selected in the first or in the probability sampling, while in the latter, or the non-probability sampling, there is at least one individual or one element that has no chance of being selected. Moving on to the non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling can be further divided into three types, for instance, convenience, quota, and purposive sampling. By its term, convenience sampling is a sampling technique based primarily on the availability of the respondents to the researchers. So, whoever is convenient for the researchers to reach will be the respondents, like the processes done by those Kalya surveys wherein they ask whoever they see near. Meanwhile, quota sampling predetermines the target number of respondents that will be selected to represent a population. For instance, the goal is to interview 100 men, regardless of their individual characteristics. Well, the selection process will continue until the quota is reached. Lastly, purposive sampling is a technique where the sample is obtained based on a specific premise, like how men are not asked regarding the experiences or the personal experiences during pregnancy. On the other hand, probability sampling has four subtypes. First, simple random. Second, systematic. Third, stratified. And lastly, cluster sampling. Simple random sampling is performed by selecting a sample from a population based on a particular rule, like how Pita Millark of the Hunger Games was chosen as tribute through draw lots of names. Moreover, systematic sampling is conducted by arranging the population based on a particular order, and the sample that will be taken will be divided through the arrangement into equal groups, obtaining the nth element in each group. An example of this is getting the temperature of a patient with fever every 4 hours. Furthermore, stratified sampling is a sampling technique that is done by grouping the population into strata or a subpopulation with similar characteristics. Once that is done, random sampling will occur. When a class was initially divided based on gender, and a draw lots of names were used to identify who would fight each other in a question-based competition, the process undertaken was said to be stratified. Finally, cluster sampling is relatively the opposite of stratified sampling because in here, instead of grouping those subjects with commonalities, the clusters are composed of more heterogeneous elements or diverse characteristics as possible. For instance, Filipinos are divided based on their geographical origins. Thus, all those people from Region 1 have varying personalities, like the other regions. When a group of people was selected to participate in a nationwide event in each of those regions, cluster sampling was conducted. Additionally, there are more types of sampling that are used predominantly on numerous studies like snowball sampling, for instance. Hence, try to research on those matters and make your minds inquisitive to further identify how can a sample be acquired from a population. Now, it's your turn. Try to assess which of the previously mentioned types of sampling distributions is the most appropriate type to be undertaken for each of the stated situations. See you next time as Archimedes awaits you. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to be updated for our next videos.